Hey, pilots. It's Jenny again, your Director of Career Services. And as a reminder, we serve our student and alumni community with comprehensive career and professional development support. And we're located in the Knoll Memorial Library on the first floor. And you can always reach us by emailing career@lsus.edu if you have questions. Today, I am so excited to welcome my favorite vegetable enthusiast, Emily from Shreveport Green. She represents an organization that regularly works with us at LSU Shreveport. They do on-campus interviews, they post positions, they come to all of our events. So I'm excited for all of you to get to know them. They are also registered for our upcoming recruiting event, Career Connections, slated to take place on April 21st. So I want for you to get to know all the exciting opportunities that they're offering. And we're going to do that by, I'm going to ask Emily some questions. So first, Emily, tell us your full name, since I've already said Emily like 700 times now. Talk about your role at Shreveport Green. And if you attended college, tell us what you studied, please.
All right. Hey, everyone. My name is Emily Harmeyer, and I am the program director for the Shreveport AmeriCorps program at Shreveport Green. I graduated from Centenary College here in Shreveport in 2015 with a degree in biology, and I am currently pursuing a master's in nonprofit administration right here at LSUS.
Woohoo! So a current student, that's very exciting. So she can take advantage of all the great services that we offer in career services too. Yeah. Okay, so let's kick things off about your organization with talking about big picture stuff. So give us the too long didn't read version of Shreveport Green. What do you do and who do you serve?
So Shreveport Green is a nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting a healthy, sustainable, and economically vital community. And so we do this in a lot of different ways. One of them is litter prevention. Also, we do tree planting, beautification projects, environmental education. And we also have a variety of health-related activities that we do as well, community gardening, nutrition education, and a variety of programs that make healthy eating accessible to all people in Shreveport. So, of course, our environmental work is really intended to benefit all citizens of Shreveport and the surrounding areas, while our food access work is really targeted more towards lower income individuals in our community.
Very cool. I love the mission of Shreveport Green. So now that we know a little bit more about the organization, let's get a bit more specific concerning what you're looking for at Career Connections. So tell us a little bit more about the exciting opportunities that students can pursue if they participate in Career Connections.
Absolutely. So we are currently seeking 11 adults of all ages and backgrounds to join our Shreveport team for the summer. So Shreveport is an AmeriCorps National Service program that focuses on growing food for families in our community that are struggling with food insecurity. So our main focus for this summer will be caring for our 18 community gardens, which means planting them, maintaining them, expanding them, harvesting the food, and then packing it up for distribution to families in need. We'll also work alongside Caddo Parish Parks and Recreation to help maintain the beautiful nature parks throughout the parish. So if you're a nature enthusiast, you'll really love that aspect as well. This term will be a 300-hour commitment between June 1st and August 6th. Shreveport members will come in every day, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. over the course of those 10 weeks. And Shreveport members can expect to receive a living allowance that totals $2,175 for the summer. And we disperse that in equal increments every 2 weeks. So you take that total amount, you divide it into equal increments, and that's what you'll get every 2 weeks in your biweekly living allowance check. Also, in addition to that, upon completion of the summer term, Shreveport members also receive an education award, and that is valued at $1,345, and that can be put towards your tuition if you're a current student, or also towards student loans. And the education award is good for up to 7 years, so no need to use it right away. say, for example, if your undergrad tuition is already, covered by scholarships, but you'd like to save it up to use for graduate school, that's great. You can do that as well. And also, as long as you're an AmeriCorps member, you don't have to make any payments on student loans, and the loans don't accrue any interest during that time. So that's another great benefit of our program.
Yeah, there are an incredible amount of benefits for being a part of Shreveport, and 18 community gardens. I didn't realize you guys had grown that much. Wow.
Yes, yeah.
That's amazing. So students get to build great skills related to maintaining those gardens, learning about them, and also they get a stipend and help with their student loans. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
So there's so many things about Shreveport that are great. So Emily, tell us a little bit more about, now that we know more about the roles and the benefits of them, what kinds of qualities are you seeking in candidates?
So one of the great things about Shreveport is that no experience is required to be a successful Shreveport member. We're not looking for necessarily people who have years of gardening experience or anything like that. I mean, that's great if you have it, but it's definitely not a requirement. All it really takes is having a positive attitude and willingness to learn. So in fact, one of the things that I and the rest of the staff here at Shreveport Green enjoy most about Shreveport is that we get to help people who maybe had no or very little gardening experience in the past, really find their inner green thumb and learn to love the garden. That's what's really cool to us about that.
I could use that. I cannot keep anything alive. Okay, so it sounds like there's amazing benefits to anybody who wants to pursue the opportunity. So talk specifically about first-year students and sophomores. Sometimes they are hesitant to participate in events like Career Connections because they think, well, those are just full-time jobs for students who will be graduating, or internships, and I'm not quite ready for that. So why is it valuable for students like first-year students and sophomores to talk to you at an event like Career Connections?
Absolutely. So for the summer program, it is about a 30-hour-a-week commitment. So it's not quite full-time. We also have terms in the school year that are a much smaller sort of time commitment than that, usually around 12 hours per week. So, even if the summer schedule is not quite the right fit for you, save my contact information and look us up again in the fall, because we'll be looking for Shreveport members again around late August, early September. But one of the things about our program is, of course, that it's open to anyone ages 17 and up. And the minimum education requirement is simply that you have either a high school diploma or a GED, or that you will agree to work towards obtaining one of those things during your term with us. So the great news for first-year students and sophomores in college is that you already qualify. You already have sort of that minimum requirement under your belt. So yay for you. And like I said before, we select our team based on attitude, not education or experience. And so it's not one of those things where, you have to worry too much about competition with, juniors or seniors who might have more experience, because we're happy to meet people where they're at and train people, sort of from the ground up. In fact, actually, one thing I wanted to share was that, we award Member of the Year at the end of every term. And our Member of the Year for 2020 was actually a first-year college student herself. So, never count yourself out on that. We like to have a good mix of, different age groups, different education and experience levels. So, if it sounds like something that's exciting for you, then that's great. Our program was actually designed for young adults in mind. Of course, you get some on-the-job experience that future employers will value. And in addition to, the gardening and the community service work that you'll do, you'll also have an opportunity to complete a wide variety of personal and professional development workshops through our program. We've done things, like diversity training, financial literacy training, CPR and first aid training, and even job readiness training provided by Jenny, our esteemed host today.
That's right. So there are lots of great benefits to being a part of Shreveport. And I think you've driven home that point that there's skills that they can benefit from by participating, but so much more too. So with that in mind, let's close the conversation since we've talked about the benefits, your organization, all the great reasons for meeting with you even early on in their academic career. So let's end by talking about tips. You've participated in a lot of events like Career Connections. So what are the things that you want folks to keep in mind if they're hesitant about participating?
So one tip that I would give anybody who's, maybe interested in Career Connections, but feels a little bit intimidated is something that my dad always said to me as a kid is always be brave. We've had folks join our team who started off screaming bloody murder every time they saw a bug, but they went on to complete second and third terms with us. And even to start their own gardens at home. So, it feels like a little bit of bravery goes a long way. I think the same can really be said for being brave in just any setting like Career Connections, where you're sort of having to put yourself out there. Go in with a little bit of confidence, even if you're sort of just, faking it till you make it. A little bit of confidence never hurt. There's also a quote that I like, which is speak the truth, even if your voice shakes. I've interviewed applicants who were literally shaking the entire time, but the things that they said and just the courage to keep pushing through really showed their character. And so they made the team, and many of them also went on to complete second and third terms with us. So be brave. Do your homework on the employers that will be at Career Connections, but also don't forget to do your homework on yourself. Take an inventory of your strengths and weaknesses, of what you like to do and what you don't like to do, and what you want and how you want to get there. Figure out those things about yourself first. Be honest with yourself about those things, and then take the first step, even if it scares you.
I love that. Be brave. You're so right. And just as a personal plug about the work that we do in career services with Shreveport Green, she's not lying. Like, Emily is genuine, and she really wants to get to know great people by having them be a part of the Shreveport team. So make sure that you stop in at Career Connections and talk to her. And I also want to just thank you, Emily, for joining me today so that our pilots could get to know you and your organization, the great things that you can offer, and your heart as a really nice person too. So don't miss the chance, pilots, to meet Emily from Shreveport Green during Career Connections. Is taking place on April 21st from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you can register on Handshake today. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye.
Bye.